Mushy. This is Ft.Pyrax giving you a CVC talk. Not necessarily a duel, but a talk. Now, this is the third one, okay? And I was gonna post it, alright? But my video fucked up, alright? And I don't know what happened to it, okay? This is the video between me versus Pyrax, and I was using the field spell Mystic Mine, and he was using the field spell Chicken Game. Okay, and I have that video pulled up, and it just doesn't work after a while, so I'm going to show you what I can. Alright, so you get an idea of what happened, and I'll just tell you what happened. So, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I first want to do is I want to explain the new, that's not so new, the new LDS Lancer um, card versus card rules, or just the card versus card rules. Alright, so like it's nothing really new. It's just we just updated it to to make sure everything's okay, and it was good that we updated it for that duel as well, because when I first made my deck on Dueling Book, I thought like, oh, since he chose a banned card, like I have to try to get him to choose traditional so I can at least run one of his card to try to out it. But we all agreed like, let's just, since it's been a card that's been chosen and you can run it at 3, it should be allowed that both players can run it at 3. So we added that in as well here as well. So yeah, each player chooses one card from the deck and announces it and reveals it before the duel ever starts. It's so you that we added that so you can potentially add the outs to your deck, such as your Armageddon designators, your cross outs, etc., 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 and whatnot. And like, if you're just running a normal deck and you just choose a card, then you're not really running any outs. And like, I faced decks that we just randomly chose like to do a CVC, and the deck I had was built for that, and they just couldn't out the anti cards, and they just lost. You have to play that card in order to win. You can choose a card from next deck as a chosen card. You can choose a card that cannot be used in a duel. You choose no CG card if it's not in TCG. You can choose a card in the YGO Forbidden and Limited list, and it's be considered unlimited, which is broken. And we also added this because of the send it switch mistake, which is kind of funny because now they're making send it switch support, and that's just hilarious. You can choose an errata, and you may choose the pre-errata. Choose if more than 2, unless it is a name change errata. We wanted to do that because some of the name changes are necessary. Like, for an example, Harpy Brother is now Sky Scout. I mean, I hate looking at cards that says you can choose, you can add a Harpy card except for Harpy Brother, or you can choose a Red Eyes card except for Red Eyes Bee Dragon. And why even put it on there? Why name it that? You know what I mean? And shit like that. So both players can use up to 3 of both players' chosen cards. It can be either advanced or traditional. It can play by the ODS house rules. We have to follow the Forbidden Limited list. I'm sorry. Both players must follow the card versus card Forbidden Limited list and cannot choose a card as their chosen card on that list. Eventually, we won't have a Forbidden and Limited list for this format because some of these cards are just too good in this format, okay? And since I created it, I'm kind of the one who deals with that. A lot of my players do give me info of what they think should be on there. And yeah, I just, y'all remembered. You all remember the Armageddon Detonator, okay? That shit fucks you up, alright? But we haven't got to that far yet. Of course, the Master Duel format and set release are now in one rule, so it just kind of makes sense to be in one rule. You can do it online, which we always been doing it online, but not always. We don't always have to do it online. If a chosen card ever get negated, it's not considered played. That was a big issue at first when we first made card versus card. It was still considered played regardless. But now we made it to where you can just get rid of it and have outs now. If there's an event your chosen card is unplayable, surrendering is an option. If your opponent's LP would drop to 0 and you didn't play your chosen card, your opponent will always have 1 LP. If you played your card, but your opponent hasn't lost the turn you activated it, while the duelist has 1 LP and hasn't played their card, your opponent will automatically lose at the end of their turn. So yeah, we had that to where well, I did activate my card, but you have 1 LP, but you didn't play your card, so you should just lose because you didn't play your card and you have 1 LP. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're not gonna do anything. If you played your chosen card and your opponent has not played his chosen card, or their chosen card, I should say, I need to edit that, and you happen to deck out, it'll be considered a tie, and I did that so, well, you should have played your card before they even decked out. But if someone would ever make a deck that's just causing a shit ton of ties, well, we may change that. But for now, we're just going to leave it like that. And if chosen card is not played and you happen to form an instant win effect, it does nothing. So anyone trying to do some bullshit instant wins to not even play their card, it just doesn't do anything. Unless their chosen card is one of the instant win effects, like Destiny Board or Exodia, then that's an exception, alright? And there is no forbidden limited list, as you can tell. The only things like forbidden chosen cards is just if there's ever a CVC tournament, you just can't use anything on the forbidden or limited list or whatever. It'll just make it fair for a tournament format, okay? So now I'm going to show you what my deck looked like for that duel against Mystic Mine versus I almost said Castle Link. Chicken Game. So this is what my deck would look like, okay? So I was trying to run the best shit. Like 3 Chicken Games, 3 Mystic Mines, 3 Planet Pathfinders, 3 Armageddon Designators, 3 Trap Tricks, Exodia, Terraforming Metaverse, 3 Vortex Trooper, 3 Karkar-Ds, 3 Silent Wobbies, Broken Bamboo Sword, 3 Godens Swords, 2 Curses, 1 Upstart, 2 Pot of Extravagance, 1 Pod Duality. The extra deck doesn't even fucking matter, it's just a bunch of bullshit like IB, Access Code, Decode, Code Talker, and the Vanilla Link. And my side deck was just a bunch of stuff that would help me out, and CVCs and some other stuff like Ojama Trio would help really well in Mystic Mine. Crossouts for if my opponent was going to use Armageddon Designator, and stuff like Probitation, Engraver the Mark, Mind Crush, 1 Day of Peace, more pots, duality, some negates, and another extravagance if I really needed that much draw power, which, God, okay. So now I'm going to show you the video, alright, at least what's left of it. Alright, so I'm just going to play it how it's going to be played. So here it is.
That was my fault. Well, actually, it's his fault for making me the judge.
I mean, you had the ruling right.
Wait a minute.
But we had the ruling right and wrong.
I think this might be the wrong one.
Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just play the
Oh, yeah, this is the wrong one because Foxlina was not in that duel. So I'm gonna edit and get the right one. I'm sorry I picked the wrong one. I had everything set up and I still got the wrong one. So give me a second as I go into my files. Alright, I'm back. I got this. Should be the right one.
His name is Bad Player 123.
Moshi. This is Spiffy Tate giving you. Hold up. I almost said Fancy Star too. I almost said it.
It happens all the time. I always mess up my
This
openings.
happened last time. Wait, what? Give me a second. Okay, I'm here.
Moshi. This is Spiffy Tate giving you another card v card game. We had some not really ruling issues, but some issues that had to be addressed last episode with erratas and whatnot. But I updated some of the rules to help with that and some other issues I also thought about. So the newer updation to the rules will be added as well. I'm not really gonna get into that in the duel here. Maybe I might make a separate thing for it or what have you. But yeah, I'll be dueling my opponent here, Pyrax again.
I gotta turn it up for him because you don't be able to hear.
And this time we're having different cards. I chose the almighty Mystic Mind, a field spell. That's
See, I don't think I had my phone like this when I did this recording. I didn't use my mic. I used my computer mic, and I didn't have
the most
my
hated field
phone
spell.
close enough to my computer mic, and he just wasn't talking loud enough, and you're just gonna hear him for during the beginning part, but you can hear him when he plays his cards. I do believe. It's been a while since I actually looked at this failed video that fucked up. But his chosen card was Chicken Game.
An entire game.
Yeah, Mystic Mind is the most hated card in the entire game. Everyone wants a ban.
You chose Chicken Game. Let's see. Okay, we also have Spectator E-Man here. Just chilling.
I'm not sure you this E-Man here.
I'm just gonna skip this because he's just gonna plug himself.
Meta power field spell, so basically whoever goes first wins this duel on 9 lines. Oh
Wasn't.
shit, I
I
died.
wasn't lying.
I lost.
Because we already know
The
who
one
wins.
time I don't throw scissors in this game. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, what deck is this? What the fuck? Bro, what's with that 49 card deck?
So, move on first. I'm going to...
Just watch what he plays, bro.
Bruh.
I still don't even know.
Doesn't matter. Whoever goes first always wins.
Bruh.
I'm going to start off with
Yeah.
So if you're losing this one.
Yep.
Wait, you did have goals? Yes. Yes.
Yep. Bro, I just want this die. Oh no, I know where this is going. Yeah. Adventure token.
Yeah, oh, right, you can't really hear him.
So, I'm going to use the effect of adventure.
Yep.
I'm going to get a card
Yep. Yep. Yes.
And you see that? I did not touch a single fucking thing. My hands have been right here. It stops at 450, 451. This duel is an hour long. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the play button, and it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna try to move forward. It doesn't do anything. Okay, like it doesn't play at all. Like I don't understand why. It just crashed. My recording just crashed, and this is just what it shows forever for some reason. But yeah, my opponent decided to use Brave Token Eldritch and just completely destroyed what I was trying to do. Like I thought he was gonna go for like a more chicken game draw Exodia deck. I was gonna try to outdo that or out that, and that I was not expecting that at all. All three of those decks were not built to face that, even with Mystic Mind. And it just broke my board. And I couldn't do anything about it. And I lost all three games. So yeah, there you have it. That's what I have for the duel there. And I hope you enjoyed the episode, I guess. Chicken Game versus Mystic Mind. Sadly, Mystic Mind lost hardcore. Okay, it was beaten 3 times. Unless I make a good meta Mystic Mind deck, I don't know if I'll be able to come back from that. But yeah, Pyrax won, and now he's the CBC King. I lost my CBC King title. So he's now the king now, and he's been the king for a while. So until he loses, congratulations on becoming the king of CBCs. Thank you for playing the format. And thank you for watching. This is Spiffy Tape signing off.